Rain and metallurgist Dr. Martin Strangwood have computer simulated the impact of a coal bunker fire on the Titanic's structure.
We have conducted experiments in my lab at Imperial. So what the bulkhead does is the hot part bulges.
In the model, the blue area of the steel warps forward and the red area warps backwards.
So you get a buckling of the plate.
You have like a wave across the bulkhead.
This might finally explain the dark mark in the photographs, the shadow of a row of buckling hull plates, and explain the damage to the bulkhead. Neither Dr. Rain nor Dr. Strangwood are aware of the eyewitness evidence.
Look there, and there.
But incredibly, their independent simulation correlates exactly with the testimony of Titanic fireman Fred Barrett.
That is absolutely amazing, gentlemen, because I will tell you what was said in 1912 in this exact section we're talking about.
The bottom of the watertight container was dinged aft and the other part was dinged forward.
That's precisely what we are predicting.
The match between the eyewitness account and the simulation reinforces its accuracy and its findings. The coal bunker fire was big enough to hit 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, and that temperature would have had a catastrophic effect on the bulkhead steel, reducing its structural integrity by 75%.
So if you have a gradual buildup of water, the force on the steel is high enough to cause a crack, and then the brittleness of the steel means that crack spreads right across in a very catastrophic manner.
Wow, it went through. This is amazing. I find this new theory that is being put together entirely credible, and I'm impressed.
This new analysis totally rewrites how the Titanic sank. Warped and fatally weakened by fire to a quarter of its strength, the bulkhead couldn't resist the water pressure and gave way, hastening the ship's demise. Its failure is absolutely central to the huge loss of life on the Titanic. The bulkheads were the sole reason the Titanic carried so few lifeboats. If they'd held, the ship would have stayed afloat long enough for everyone to be ferried to a rescue vessel. Instead, 1,500 men, women, and children plunged to their deaths. Chief designer Thomas Andrews and Captain Smith went down heroically with the ship. Ever since, they've both shouldered much of the blame for the disaster. The crucial significance of the fire has remained hidden, even though all the evidence was available to the inquiry in 1912. Maloney believes it's because White Star's chairman, Bruce Ismay, who took a place on a lifeboat, hid the truth.
I don't blame the firemen or the trimmers. They were doing what they were told. There's a culture of cover-up within the White Star line.
White Star told the American inquiry that no firemen had survived. But the intrepid chairman of the U.S. inquiry, Senator William Alden Smith, discovered fireman Fred Barrett still working in their service.
Very good to meet you, Barrett.
At the British inquiry, Lord Mersey, a patron and keynote speaker at the Shipbuilders Guild, didn't call 57 firemen who survived the voyage.
I raise a toast to the shipping interest.
And he brushed over the evidence of those who did appear.